Dallas, thanks for taking the time. Unlike the rest of those asswipes up there at Belleville City Hall, thanks for taking the time to come in and be transparent. I read this crap in the paper, and I saw you on YouTube on the Belleville News Democrat. I like your new haircut. I
was cleaning up.
Yeah,
it's time to clean up.
Yeah, we got to. Hey, let's clean up these political bastards first. But I've talked with people, and they're livid. I talk with people out on the street every day, and they want to know, and maybe you can tell us, why Mark Eckert, pussy boy, Maximus Vaginus, and I got to say, I hear he's getting a hip replacement. He needs a brain, not a brain replacement, because the son of a bitch ain't got a brain apparently. But most of all, Maximus Vaginus, Mark Pussy Boy Eckert, the mayor of Belleville, he needs some guts, because he's got no guts. He needs to not have his guts replaced. He needs to have guts put in that fat-ass belly of his. But they're telling me, Dallas, that you're trying to be transparent to everybody in Belleville. You're trying to put this stuff on the internet, and the mayor's fighting you tooth and nail because he doesn't want to be transparent. He doesn't want the people of Belleville to really know what's going on. And when they find out, he wants to make them go through all these FOIs and all this paperwork so they get discouraged and won't want to find out.
Yeah, Bob, you know how it's been for me. I've had to fight for every single small thing I've even done. And the most insane part about it is that he could have just sat back and relaxed and taken credit for everything that I've done like he usually does. But instead, he decided not to let this happen. And I'm still confused as to why. But I'm very angered, and the reason why I'm angry is not because I'm personally hurt that he has a lack of respect for me, but I'm angry on behalf of the people of this city who elected me to do a job. And in 3.5 years, the mayor of this city has not one time allowed for the people's representative to do his job. He's never respected the fact that I was elected. All that he has done is operate in the same manner he has since he's been mayor. He says, well, he didn't have any problems with the last clerk. Well, of course he didn't.
Well, she was all up his ass.
Oh, you know what her job was? To have coffee with him. I came in on my first day. I asked her assistant, I said, what did Linda do on a daily basis? You know what I was told? Oh, well, she would check her emails, and then she'd have coffee. And that was it.
I'd rather get run over by some crap-eating bulls before I'd have coffee with that no-good son of a bitch. But Dallas, on a real serious note, have you talked with the state's attorney? I know you've talked with Garrett Harner. I read it in the paper. Garrett Harner, that asswipe, he's bought and paid for. I don't know how many, and I'm going to have to get it from you. I think we're getting that information from you, how much money he's made. But he's made over $2 million with SWIC, $1.8 million down in East St. Louis at the school district. No telling how much he's making for the city. He's the attorney for every damn place, and he's not going to be cooperative with you. What did he tell you when you talked with him?
He told me there was nothing he could do, and he would not do anything.
Well, then, you know what I suggest, and I said it before you came in, and I'm sure you're thinking about it, I'd go to the state attorney general, because I think this stems on criminality. I think this is a crime that these son of a bitches are interfering, won't let you do your job, and somebody's got to listen to you because you represent the people, not the politicians.
Well, here's how it works. My first couple months on the job, I realized that he was going to interfere with my office on a daily basis, so I contacted Brennan Kelly, and he was nice enough to spend some time talking to me about the situation. And you know what he told me? He's like, the only thing that you can do is go to the court and ask for an injunction. And that will stop him, and a judge will tell him what he can and cannot do. So finally, I should have done it on day one, but finally, I've had enough. And so I took that step. And then look what's happened. Now you've got a man who calls me a young man who's having an outrageous outburst.
And you should have an outrageous outburst. Right. Yeah, you should. After the crap he's pulling, you should, and every citizen of Belleville should be outraged about what these rotten bastards up there are doing and have been doing for generation after generation, Dallas.
I am outraged. There's no doubt about it. That's the only part he has.
That's probably the only time he's not lied.
That's it. Like I tell people now that I think that Mark Eckert doesn't even know what a lie is anymore. He's just living in a fantasy land, and it's time for him to go. It's way past time for him to go. Like I said, he doesn't even understand the software of what I'm even doing, yet he is somehow stopping me from doing it. The man doesn't use a computer. His emails are stacks of emails. That means they're printed out. And that's fine. A lot of people don't use a computer. But if you want to get into my business where I've scanned and spent the last 3 years getting the city's documents ready for the public, if you want to interfere with that, you better know what you're talking about. And instead of lying, you should have some kind of facts or reasoning as to why you do not want me to do what I'm trying to do. But instead, it's just lies.
Yeah. Dallas, I know you're running for circuit clerk for the county. And I'll tell you what, I was for you 1,000%, but now I'm for you 2,000%. And I think everybody listening and all the people, Democrats and Republicans in St. Clair County, are going to be for you, because that's what we all need is transparency. And when you get a county position, I think you'll be a lot better off. So I think this is just a springboard for you to get elected as a county clerk. And I'll tell you, I think the people will be amazed at the information that will become available to them, because you'll let it. You won't make them come and fight and come their day off and jump through 15 hoops and swim 50 miles of ocean to get the information, because as a city employee, when you're a county elected official, you'll have a lot more oomph, and there'll be a lot more information. And I think that would be your platform, that you're going to have transparency. You're going to put this stuff on the computer. I don't know why anybody wouldn't vote for you after that platform.
You make the best point, and that's what it keeps me having a little bit of sanity, is that I know everywhere that I go, people have encouragement, encouraging things to say to me. And that's what keeps me battling. Otherwise, it'd be so easy to hide away and not do anything and just be like, forget it. I need to take care of myself. But no, every time I get out of my house, somebody tells me, keep up the work. I see you fighting. Don't give up. And, it's so important. And I'm so thankful that people take the time to say that to me, because, I'm not like your regular politician. I'm not here
you're not a politician. You're a public servant.
I'm not. And so people, I know we all hate politicians right now, and I'm right there with you. But I really am thankful for those people who take the time to realize that I'm fighting for them.
Yeah. The bottom line, and then we got to take a quick break. I'm going to talk to your pop and Carl Officer, who just came in. What are you going to proceed to do? What's your strategy to get this implemented? Are you going to be able to do it, or is it just going to fall to deaf ears because you don't get any cooperation from the other elected officials?
Well, my last resort is going to have to be to just create my own website. And so I'll just whip out my own credit card out of my pocket, and I'll get my own website, and I'll put the public's documents up there, and then I'll have it connected to my city email so that when a new city clerk comes in, they can take that right over and they can roll with it.
Yeah. I think I'm going to give you my psychiatrist, because I think you're crazy, because you spent your money. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but look at all the money you spent in this judicial thing. You didn't have a dog in the fight, but I talked to you early on, and you said, Bob, it's the right thing to do for the people, and you did it. And it's costing you $80,000, $90,000, $100,000, I hear. But, you got to come to a point. Don't put your money out on the street, because, these politicians are just going to fight you with our money. So you're taking your money to fight yourself with our money. So,
I have lost it, haven't I?
Yeah. Well,
no, but Bob, it's about what's right.
It's a principle.
If nobody else is going to take a stand, you've got to do it. If you know something wrong has taken place and you don't do anything about it, then you are worse than anybody.
I agree with you.